If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. The Weeknd announced yesterday that he will be dropping his new album, Dawn FM, this Friday, January 7th. This came very spontaneous, very out of the blue. I dropped a video yesterday after we got this announcement because we thought that this was going to be a bigger rollout. He also admitted himself that he wasn't going to do a big rollout for this album, but rather just drop it, and now it's dropping in 3 days, as I said, on January 7th. And yesterday we still didn't have a track list. We got some features in the trailer that we got, so go check out that video if you want to learn more about what we know about this album in terms of content so far. But we didn't get a track list, not an album cover, but today he finally dropped the album cover, and so that's what we're going to talk about today. So last night, so after the day that he announced the album, he tweeted album cover / pre-save at dawn tomorrow. Of course, kind of like a little, nod to the concept of the dawn, which he dropped the album cover now at dawn. So just a little side gimmick there. But this was, of course, very exciting. So now we had to wait until dawn for us to actually get the album cover. And then actually at dawn, I think it was about 9 a.m., which is maybe a little bit after dawn, but still that morning, we got now the album cover, and this is it. This is the album cover. He posted this on social media with the caption album cover, just that, very simple, no other promotional stuff around it, no like this Friday, just album cover. And so let's look at this and see what we can learn about this. So the album cover is a picture of him, a portrait of him in this like costume as a very old man. You can still recognize it's him, but you can see the gray hair and just the wrinkles in his face, and he just looks very old. We also seen some footage with this character that he's playing in the trailer, and this seems to now be the persona that he's going to be singing as and portraying in this new album. Now, we already had this other persona in After Hours, which was the prequel to this, with the guy with the scarred face who was then trying to cover it up with a mask, with, big surgery and stuff like that. So we've seen him portray different characters already, or that other character, and I think this is going to be a continuation of that. One thing that popped into my mind, no, I'm really not sure if this is correct, but just the first thought that I had was in After Hours, he's talking a lot about, he's apologizing to this girl for all the bad stuff he's done, and the concept of after hours is like, something happens in the after hours that wouldn't normally happen during the day, during the daylight, and maybe now he's awakening in the dawn, which is the beginning of the day, obviously, when the sun rises, and he's recognizing all the stuff that he's done wrong, and this is him in like this old version, just kind of reflecting on all the stuff he's done in the past. This is just the first thing that popped into my mind, just my theory, but I would love to hear what y'all think about this, so definitely let me know in the comments, because we really don't know yet. From the trailer, we can only learn so far. We gotta wait until the album comes out, but I think just the fact that we are discussing different theories about the characters and about the universe of this album is such a beautiful thing. And as I said in that other video, I love when artists create this universe, create these characters that people can then make theories about, talk about, just identify as, because that's worth so much more than just dropping like an 18 track playlist and call it an album. This is actual album sequencing. This is actually the art of making an album a body of work. So shout out to The Weeknd for that. He's already made all of his social media profile pictures and everything already this picture, so this is probably what he's gonna go with. I already saw some people in the comments saying like, I hope this cover is a joke, which, apparently there's some mixed reaction by the fans to this. Some people really like this thing, so other people really don't. They're saying this is kind of lazy. This is not like a real album cover. It's just like a portrait of him, just like we saw in the trailer. But honestly, I think just the fact that he just chose this picture as the album cover shows how invested he is in the story, in the universe he's trying to portray to the listener, because he wants to really make that main character that he's playing as stand out and be the main attraction of this thing, which I think is really cool. As I just said, I love when artists do that. So while I can see where some people come from and they saying like, this is not like some crazy artwork that, an artist did, or like they hired an artist to do that, and this can be very lazy, just taking like a shot out from the trailer. I think that honestly it's not that deep. I think this perfectly portrays what the album's going to be about, and I think it can introduce the listener to this character he's playing before he even hits play, and I think that is what it's supposed to do. So I think it, fully serves its purpose, and I don't think it looks bad. I think it looks really cool. If you got this cover on your phone playing a track from this, that seems very cinematic. That seems very cool, so I really don't have a problem with this. This album cover is now the first piece of information that we have to piece together the puzzle of what we're gonna see on this album, what we're gonna hear on this album rather. We got that trailer yesterday. Go watch the other video that I made yesterday to get my take on what's happening in the trailer. We now got this album cover. What's missing is the track list. As I said in that trailer, we already have a features list or people who've worked on the album. We've seen producers he's worked with in the past. We've seen, for example, Jim Carrey being the narrator of the voice over in that trailer. We also saw Lil Wayne and Tyler the Creator, for example, being featured on this thing, or at least working with The Weeknd on this. So maybe those are people that are also going to be featured on there. I would have expected maybe more features. Either he's going to go completely no feature like he did on After Hours, or I thought that maybe he would have a couple of features on here again, but apparently it's just two so far, Tyler and Lil Wayne, which is interesting, but I think that could fit really well. I think those two people definitely are artists that can add value to this body of work. So what's missing for us really to get the full picture of before we actually get the album is the track list. Stay subscribed, because as soon as the track list drops, I'm going to make a video on it, analyzing it, seeing what we can get from it, seeing what we can learn more about this album from it. But so far we get the trailer and we get the album cover, but honestly so far we can't really tell a lot about the content or about the theme of this album. So really we're going to have to wait on the album to actually arrive on Friday, and I think that's cool. He's really hyping up this album. We see there is some deeper connection between the songs, some sequencing. We can see that there is just a general theme, a deeper meaning behind this, but we don't really know what it is, and I think that is the part of the mystery and part of why we're hyped for Friday to find out more about this thing. So The Weeknd dropping his new album The Dawn, or Dawn FM now that he's called it that, on Friday, January 7th. Go check out that other video. Go check out his social media with all the info he's dropped so far. We got the album cover today, the old man version of him, and we're going to have to wait for the track list, probably dropping tomorrow or Thursday, and before we actually get the full album, and I'll be sure to make more videos on that. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Definitely just my theory, my interpretations of this album cover that I had. Now it's really interesting to see what y'all guys think, so definitely let me know what you guys think about this album cover, about the features we saw so far, about the trailer, and what you think we can get from that in terms of theme and context for the album. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and you'll take care.